What's going on, Dub Nation? You're watching Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Tyler Smith, and on today's show, we have a major Jimmy Butler injury update. As remember, he got undercut by Amen Thomspon in the first quarter of Game 2, obviously inadvertent, but he landed flat on his back, right on his tailbone, and suffered an injury. Missed the remainder of the game, and his status for Game 3 is in question. Charania provided the latest details on Jimmy's injury, saying that Golden State's Jimmy Butler has been diagnosed with a deep glute muscle contusion. Quite the injury name right there. And his status for Game 3 against Houston is in serious jeopardy. Listen, if there's one thing I know about journalists, they don't choose words lightly. Serious jeopardy means that Jimmy Butler has a good chance that he might not play in Game 3. This is best case, though, because MRI showed Butler avoided any fracture or structural damage. And Warriors fans, they are accustomed to this injury at this point. It's the third time it's happened to a player on the roster this season. We know Steph and Kuminga have suffered this injury in the past. Slater, with a little bit more exposition here, can confirm that Jimmy Butler MRI revealed no structural damage. Deep glute bruise that will be managed on a constant basis in the lead up to Saturday night's Game 3. Source from Anthony Slater described his status as a true questionable. So, serious jeopardy, true questionable. We really do not know whether or not Jimmy Butler will play, but that's why you subscribe to the channel. When the latest Warriors news comes out, you know we're bringing you guys the content because we want you to be informed. Free content right here at Warriors Today, and we go live for every single Warriors game. We've had over 200,000 people join us each of the last 3 games, and I want you to be a part of it. So go down below, hit that big red sub button, and join us for Game 3 on Saturday. Draymond saying this about the play because I wanted to get this out of the way before we moved on. A lot of people were speculating Draymond might have pushed Amen Thomspon, or Amen Thomspon might have purposefully undercut Jimmy on the play. I wanted to spell all of that right now. It was just basketball. It was 2 guys crashing at the rim, and Draymond said, I was just trying to box out Thompson. Somehow he ended up under Jimmy's legs. I didn't see it. I mean, this is basketball, man. It's been a physical series the entire way. Refs are letting these 2 teams play. I would say they're letting the Rockets play a little bit more than Golden State, but that's neither here nor there. Golden State fans, though, like I mentioned, are accustomed to this injury, and Steph and Kaminga both suffered it this season and both missed time. Steph missed 2 games and Kaminga 1, and then thereafter that, it was just a pain tolerance thing the rest of the way. At this point, it's been a while since these 2 injuries were suffered. Steph seems to be okay. Kaminga, I don't know if it's injury related, but he doesn't look all that great. The whole takeaway is this. If the Warriors don't have Jimmy Butler, they're doomed. The season's over. They're cooked. We saw how this offense functioned without him on the floor in Game 2. It wasn't pretty, and Golden State was struggling to find sources of offensive creation of any kind, really. And I know Pod's missing too. That hurts. He's under the weather and could not play. Steve Kerr forced him back into the game because he was trying to get everything exhausted for Golden State, but he wasn't ready to play by any means. Jimmy, though, in Game 1, we saw how good of an offensive engine he could be for the Dubs. He put up 25. He was getting to the free throw line. He was an efficient shooter. He was getting to his spots in the mid-range, pulling up for jumpers. He had 5 steals in Game 1, turning defense into offense and getting Golden State fast break opportunities as well. Like, he has basically transformed them into being a very high-paced fast break offense, one of the best in the league at it since the trade deadline. Had 7 rebounds. He was crashing the glass. We know that's been a big issue for Golden State in this series. Possessions. And you know what? He's that offense connector that everybody knows and loves for this team as well. Like, he sets everybody up, working out of the high post, bringing the ball up, initiating the offense to begin with, and he finds people open all over the floor. But if it just comes down to pain tolerance with this injury for Jimmy, then I expect him to play, honestly. With the 2 days you get in between, I know Slater or somebody had mentioned that Butler looked a lot better walking out of the arena a couple hours after the injury had been sustained compared to what he was looking like when he was in the tunnel and leaving the game and limping off the floor and all that stuff. So it wasn't too noticeable of a limp, and if it's just a pain tolerance thing at this point, Jimmy Butler is the type of player who is strong, and I believe in him to be able to fight through that pain and still play at a pretty high level. And Jimmy Butler's agent, I guess, feels confident. He's sending the message out there that defenses and opponents should be wary, honestly. He said, pray for the bear. So Jimmy probably going to come out and have an excellent return to this series whenever he does come back. If he misses a game, You really can't afford to miss 2, in all honesty, in my opinion. But Jimmy Butler, he needs to be back out there, and I expect him to play really, really well when he does, because Jimmy suffered an injury against the Bucks right before he dropped 50 and 46 in back-to-back games back a couple of seasons ago. But show some love for Jimmy down in the comment section. Give me your JBs down below, because, listen, the Warriors are going to need his services very, very bad. Wish him well. Send the good vibes, and hopefully he can come back in Game 3. Hopefully he sees this video and see how much love Dub Nation is showing him. All right, let's get next up. We got the latest rumors before Game 3, and to be honest, there isn't a ton of uncertainty aside from whether or not Jimmy will be available, but there is uncertainty as to who will fill the void if he ends up missing that action. That in a moment, but first, I gotta tell you guys about our proud sponsor in the program, and that is Prize Picks. If you want to watch your favorite sports and win real money in real time, then download the Prize Picks app, America's #1 daily fantasy sports platform. You just pick more, you just pick less, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money watching your favorite sports on Prize Picks. And they're always trying to hook you guys up with incredible deals as well, like the deal that we're hooking you guys up with. See that promo code in the bottom right of your screen, CLNS? You place your first $5 entry, you use the promo code CLNS when you sign up, and you get $50 instantly in your account. The deals don't stop there, though. They got Taco Tuesday, where they discount stat projections, Flex Friday, where if you lose your lineup, you'll give it back to you in promo funds up to $20. And if you guys want an example of what a lineup looks like, I got a Game 3 one right here. Draymond Green, it's time to start stuffing the stat sheet, my friend. More than 11.5 rebounds plus assists for him. Pods, I expect to come back in a big way. That food poisoning better be over and done with. 14 points, give me the more on that. And then Alperen Sengun, not going to lie, Golden State's had a tough time containing him offensively in this series. So I expect him to still eclipse 20 points. Give me more than 19.5. Tail my picks, fade my picks. Make sure you go and do it at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the promo code CLNS for $50 instantly when you place your first $5 entry. You don't even need to win that entry to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Take advantage of the free cash. Prize Picks. Run your game. All that information is clickable in the comments and description of today's video. The rumors start here. If Jimmy Butler can't go, then a lot rides on Jonathan Kuminga. He has to step up. He must step up. He must produce. He must be an offensive engine for Golden State, especially when guys like Steph are off the floor and Golden State has not a lot of ISO scores available. Kuminga needs to be able to produce and honestly play smart, winning basketball. Make the right plays. Don't try to force things. He had 11 points in Game 2, but he was not efficient. And to be honest, a couple of those buckets came in the last couple minutes of the game where Golden State waved the white flag and had their G Leaguers in. 2 of 5 from 3. I think he started the game 1 of 4. So, like, in the time that mattered during his 26 minutes that he played in Game 2, he wasn't good. He turned the ball over. It just didn't crash the glass effectively enough. He was late on rotations defensively. It just didn't seem like he was all the way there. And you know what? People have been telling him to stay ready, and I guess he hasn't liked that sentiment. Here's what he had to say post-game. He said, I hate the fact that everybody's telling me, be ready, get ready. I already know that I'm ready. The more you keep telling me to get ready, it becomes kind of irritating. Are you ready, though? Like, first of all, I need you to have a little bit of thicker skin than this. People are just trying to get in your corner and kind of get you ready to go. Are you ready? Like, you're saying you're coming out with a comment like that after a performance like you had in Game 2. Are you ready? Like, you haven't been ready for 4 seasons, Kaminga. Like, it's been long enough. You're the only player in NBA history that can't find a way to successfully play alongside Steph Curry, the easiest teammate in the world to play alongside, and you can't produce with them on the floor. You can't share the floor with Jimmy and Draymond. Are you ready? And look, Steph is in your corner. And he's trying to lay out what you need to improve upon and be better at to be the most productive version of yourself. He said the challenge has always been for him to see the pictures, understand the intensity that's out there, try to be in the right spots defensively, and then when he has the opportunities to be aggressive on the offensive end, take them. Oh, so the challenge is playing the sport? The challenge is being a basketball player and having the intangibles and the things in between the ears that you need to do to be a professional NBA player? seems like he still doesn't know how to do that. And seems like he's got a pretty bad attitude about it for the most part. It seems like he's kind of checked out. And to be fair, I get it. Steve Kerr's been jockeying him around in this Warriors rotation, and he should probably be playing big minutes against the Rockets and should have had that instilled in him before the series started, because he has had successful production against Houston, especially this season. It's been his most favorable opponent. He's put up a 33-point game. He's put up 20 points multiple times, and he's been efficient from the floor. I don't know what's wrong with Kuminga. It seems like he's checked out, and whether or not that's for Steve Kerr to be blamed upon, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like he's going to be the X factor that we need him to be in this series at this point. I'm holding out hope that he turns things around, but as of right now, it doesn't seem that way. If Jimmy Butler is not available for Golden State, the offensive options for them, they become very, very limited. What's your confidence level in Jonathan Kaminga the rest of this series? Because with Jimmy Butler's status in question, the Golden State Warriors are going to need to call upon Kaminga once more. Scale for me down in the comments, 1 through 10. All right, let's talk about Game 3 real quick before we get out of here. First game in the Chase Center, in the postseason, in the playoffs, since 2023. Fans got to be out. Fans got to wear the T-shirts. Honestly, everybody who's stuck up in San Fran with all their tech money, they need to boss up, get a little human, and wear the T-shirts and be a part of the vibes and set a tone in the Chase Center. They need to. Golden State needs to do their thing, limiting live ball turnovers. They got turned over a ton in Game 2. And then that's been the thing that they've hung their hat on all season and all postseasons, that they need to take care of the basketball. Steph, Draymond with 5+ turnovers each in Game 2. You got to limit those. Got to do your best to battle on the offensive glass. Try not to let Jalen Green get in a rhythm, because he was really their only jump shot creator that had any success. Houston still struggles to score the basketball. Get them in the half court, play tight defense, and hopefully Jimmy Butler's available. We will be live for that game, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/WarriorsTV. Lock us in as the #1 spot for Warriors content, and I hope to see each and every one of you guys watch this video on Saturday for Game 3 right here on the channel. We'll be live about a half hour before tip, so lock us in, hit that sub button. We'll see you in the next one, and as always, let's go Dubs.